Hi children, welcome to chemistry class. Shells, that is orbits. Electrons revolve around the nucleus in certain definite circular path called orbits or shells. In your previous class, that is in 9th standard, you might have studied in 8th standard also you might have studied the structure of an atom, which the nucleus and protons were deposited and electrons will revolve around the nucleus in a certain circular paths called orbits or shells. On moving top to bottom, the number of shells increases one by one. The number of shells that an element has equal number of periods to which that element belongs to. On moving top to bottom, the number of shells increases one by one. The number of shells that an element has equals to the number of period which the element belongs to. So we have in a periodic table groups and periods, but it depends upon the number of shells increases one by one as the element equals to the number of period to which that element belongs to. But on moving left to right, the number of shells remain the same. Valency is what? It denotes the combining capacity of an atom of an element. Combining capacity of an atom of an element. It equals to the number of electrons an atom can denote or accept. That means it can lose or it may gain. That is what valency. That is combining capacity of an atom of an element. It is equals to the number of electrons of an atom that may denote or accept. So remember shells and valencies. Valency shell is what? Electrons revolve around the nucleus in certain definite circular path called orbits or shells. On moving top to bottom, the number of shells increases one by one. Number of shells that an element has equals the number of period to which that element belongs. On moving left to right, the number of shells remains same. Valency is what? It denotes the combining capacity of an atom of an element. It is equal to the number of electrons an atom can donate or accept. So let's see the periodic properties. The properties of element which are directly or indirectly related to their electronic configuration. See once again, the properties of element which are directly or indirectly related to their electronic configuration and show a regular gradation as we move across the period from left to right or down the group from top to bottom are called periodic properties. See, the elements which are directly or indirectly related to their electronic configuration and show a regular gradation. That show a regular gradation as it moves across period. As it moves across the period. When it moves across the period, it moves from top to bottom and left to right or down are called a periodic properties. Periodic properties of an element which are directly or indirectly related to their electronic configuration and shows a regular gradation as we move across a period from left to right or down the group and from top to bottom are called periodic properties. So there are some periodic properties that are atomic size, metallic character, non-metallic character, ionization potential, electron affinity and negativity. Atomic size, the size of an atom. Metallic character, non-metallic character, that is metals are having different characters and non-metals having different characters. Ionization potential, that is plus or minus. Electron affinity or negativity, that is combining capacity. Electrons combining capacity to another element. So let's see that. Atomic radius. Atomic radius of an chemical element is a measure of the size of its atom. Usually the mean or typical distance from center of the nucleus to the boundary of the surrounding shells of electrons. Electrons are what? Negatively charged. Nucleus are present in the center of an atom. Is measure the size of its atom. Atomic radius is what? The atomic radius of an chemical element is a measure of the size of its atoms. Usually mean the typical distance. So it is measured in distance from the center of the nucleus to the electrons, that is atomic radius in an element, the atom, in which the distance between the nucleus and electrons, that is surrounding shells. The measure of an size of its atom, usually between the distance from center of the nucleus to the surrounding shells of an electron. So this is atomic radius. The boundary is not well defined by physical entity. There are various non-equivalent definition of atomic radius. Why the boundary is not well defined? Because the boundary we have given to the surrounding shells. The electrons may differ from element to element. Some will be having 8, some will be having 4. So it is not having a correct definite boundary. So since it is not having a correct definite boundary, there are various non-equivalent definitions of non-atomic radius. So 3 widely used definition of atomic radius is van der Waals radius, ionic radius and covalent radius. What are the 3 radius used for atomic radius are widely used definitions. So there is no one correct definition of the atomic radius. So it's 3 radius were there defined the atomic radius. One is van der Waals radius, ionic radius and covalent radius. Atomic radius is also defined as a half of the internuclear distance between the combined atom in a molecule. Atomic radius is also defined as a half the internuclear distance between the combined atoms in a molecule. That means internuclear distance between the combined atoms in a molecule. In a molecule, if combined atoms were there, the internuclear distance is also measured as atomic radius. Then what are the units of this atomic radius? Is angstroms. So we'll measure it as angstroms. 1A, that is 1A equals to angstrom. So 10 power 10 meters, and picometer, 1 pm is what? Picometer. When it converts to picometer, it is 10 power 12. If it is if we are measuring it in angstrom, it is 10 power 10 of an atom. If we are measuring in picometers, it will be 10 power 12. And atomic size depends upon the number of shells and the nuclear charge of an atom. Atomic size depends upon the number of shells and nuclear charge. So this is about atomic radius and atomic size. See, the units of atomic radius is angstroms and picometer. Atomic size depends upon the number of shells and nuclear charge. The size will be differ. See the atomic radius of hydrogen. So what are the definitions given? See here, atomic radius is defined as a half of the internuclear distance between the combined atoms. So here hydrogen, it is combined. What was the definition? Half of the internuclear distance between the combined atoms. See, half atomic radius of H2O, half of the internuclear distance. The nucleus will be in the middle and the outermost shell is what? Electron. That is internuclear distance between the two combined atoms. That is radius equals to d by 2. That is atomic radius equals to distance by 2. The distance between the internuclear space, that is denoted because 2 hydrogen atoms we are taking, that is 2, and that is distance we are also taking. So this is how we measure the atomic radius of an hydrogen atom. And next, number of shells. An increase in the number of shells increase the size of an atom because the distance between the outermost shell and nuclear increases. Understood, children? The number of shells, an increase in the number of shells increases, the size of an atom also increases because the distance between the outermost shell and nucleus also increases. Okay, children, let's study in detail about the nuclear charge. Bye.